Never mind.
It's 2 out of 3 for bronze, right?
Correct.
Because he tried to tell us his fifth.
No, it's 2 out of 3 for bronze.
That's good.
Any information you'd like me to share about your husband?
Any information about him? Besides that he's a dick.
The microphone is on.
She would say it one way or the other. He knows.
I know everything. I only said that since you, right?
Where's Ken?
Battle. Non-stop.
Ken's in the truck with Steve.
His phone is connected to this.
You need my phone?
Give the intros, Lee.
All right, party people, welcome back. We are in the Senior Pro Mixed Doubles Bronze Medal match. We have Dane Gingrich and Beth Bellamy against Jane Paulson and Patrick Williams. Jane Paulson and Patrick Williams represent the Pacific Northwest. They are from Portland area and Albany area, and they have teamed up to battle out today's tournament and have made it through to the bronze medal match. We are guaranteed some excitement. Dane and Beth are trying to claw their way back and get into the gold medal round, so stay tuned as we will get underway shortly. Lauren's going to join me here and we will start commentating and cracking a few jokes and giving you some insights that may be obvious or not so obvious. Stay tuned.
All right, you gave everyone all the important information?
Yeah, I said 4 people were playing pickleball. I didn't know who they were, what they were doing, or what round this was, but they were just coming out here to hit the yellow ball and have some fun.
Absolutely, that's all anyone needs to know.
There's a guy in a red shirt, a girl in a white shirt with long sleeves, a guy in some
Well,
gray combo.
So stop me if did you say where everyone's from?
You know what? I gave a shout out to the Pacific Northwest because Jane and Patrick hail from the Pacific Northwest.
That is true.
Jane and Beth are Southern Cal residents.
Absolutely.
So they are. They hail from the sunshine.
And I don't know if you mentioned this, Jane Paulson and Patrick Williams, they were knocked down in the consolation bracket in their second round of the day. So they have been battling all the way through the bottom half of the draw and have made it back here to the bronze. So very impressive run so far for them after getting knocked out early.
And you know, Jane's notorious for never taking the easy route through things. So, you know, getting knocked out in the second round and coming through the back draw, that's very typical of her. And you know, all kidding aside, she's a formidable player, a great friend, and just a great pickleball player, and has worked really hard on her game in the last couple of years. And it's so nice to see her efforts be rewarded out here on the stage that she's playing in now.
Absolutely. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We just have 2 matches left for the day. I am Lauren McLaughlin, along with Lee Whitwell. And we are kicking off here our bronze medal match for our Senior Pro Mixed Doubles. And then we will have our gold medal match. And then we will bid you all adieu for the day and be back tomorrow for our Open Pro mixed doubles bracket, which I believe, Miss Whitwell, you are playing in.
Yes, looking forward to playing with Dylan Fraser. As he's fondly known on the tour as Baby Dill. I don't know if he likes that nickname or not, but I refuse to call him Baby Dill because that just makes me feel like creepy old grandma playing.
It does. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. So
It's
I will
Dylan.
also never be calling him that. Just putting that out there.
But and then Lauren mentioned earlier that we've got a special project coming up, and we're gonna launch it in the next month or so. So stay tuned for some teasers about it.
And by we, you mean the two of us.
Yeah, the collective we.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Lauren and Lee we
Yeah,
is who we're speaking of.
And,
Special project coming up.
we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and hopefully you guys will too.
And you, miss, are from this area. However, you are making a move in the next week to the literal as far away point in the country as you can go.
Yeah, Madagascar.
Yes, which country was I talking about?
No, yeah, I am definitely. Next Sunday we start our trek from the Pacific Northwest to the southern east United States. We are heading to Florida.
Yes, they're going to be joining the Villages community. So anybody out there that is from the Villages or knows anyone in the Villages, watch out. Lee Whitwell is joining the ranks of the. I hear the rumors. I hear the rumors about what's going on at the Villages.
Yeah,
I know what you guys are doing.
I've got job security.
You'll feel right at home, Lee. Is all I have to say.
Absolutely. No, looking forward to the change. It'll be a nice change of pace. And anyhow, we're getting underway here, and enough about me. And let's watch some pickleball and see the greats in action.
Absolutely. Dane Gingrich and Beth Bellamy will be on the near end to start us off here in Game 1. Jane Paulson and Patrick Williams will be serving first on the far end, and here we go.
Beth right away stretching Jane out with her cross-court dinks. Side out.
Yeah. So what I get is there's a game fouls on these.
Jane's going to find out early on that she cannot test Dane, that he's going to be ready and waiting with his paddle to just pound that into the ground.
Oh, a tweener.
Dane's feeling pretty relaxed right now.
Of course, Gingrich and Bellamy, a brand new partnership as of this weekend.
So are Jane and Patrick, actually.
Oh, unbelievable. So they definitely have not played each other, for sure, especially in these matchups. So it'll be interesting to see if there's kind of a...
First one!
3-0-2. Bellamy and Gingrich out to an early lead. Julie Johnson and Mircea Murariu are waiting in the gold medal match to take on the winner of this match.
The other side out, Jane had a fun exchange with Dane there, and it ended up going her way. Patrick has some great hands and is going to show some great defense when he gets involved in the point and has some unique shots that I think might catch these guys a little bit off by surprise. But, you know, it all depends on how much he can insert himself into this point right now.
Once again, we have the swing retreat is open here for maybe another hour.
Quick side out gone.
Gingrich and Bellamy hold them to 1. 3-1-1. Oh, she got it! Wow! What? First of all, unbelievable pickup from Dane Gingrich, and then an even more unbelievable pickup from Jane Paulson. I cannot believe she got that. That was unbelievable. Once again, Patrick is the odd man out, the only one without an electrum paddle on the court right now.
Yeah. Nice ATP by Paulson there.
Gingrich there to try to defend it, but it was a beautiful placement. All right, just a little clarification on that was a side out there. Ooh, beautiful down the line there after.
Down the line there by Dane.
Thank you.
Paulson with a little spin serve off the paddle. A little body shot there from.
Yeah, Beth with her first tag of the match.
She's got that. She's about a foot off the kitchen line, though. Maybe if she was just a smidge closer, would have had a better angle on that. 4-1-2 here in game 1 of our bronze medal match.
Good G by Jane. She got the ball she wanted. Just pushed it a little wide. Unfortunately, in the match prior when Mircha and Julie were playing Beth and Dane, Jane and Patrick were battling out in their match trying to get to the bronze. So could not watch these guys play and come up with a game plan going into it. So I think they're going to take a little bit to settle in and hopefully come up with a game plan and strategically play the ball so that they can do some damage.
And what's really nice is they've been, for most of the day, they've been playing the 1 match to 15 in the consolation bracket. So now, we're back to the 2 out of 3 format. They have some time, even if they drop the first game, to make those adjustments, come back with a new strategy in game 2 and try and take that one. So they definitely have a little more opportunity now instead of having the pressure of you have 1 match to get it done the right way or no second chances.
Right. Correct. Jane with her two-handed backhand that came from downtown somewhere.
The good part of downtown?
It's Jane's backhand. It's questionable. The jury's out on that one. Unlucky. Yeah, it was good. Jane calls it good. I was about to say unlucky Jane, but that was a very well played point from all four. Going Jane's way, finding that line.
Lovely rally.
And right there, it's sportsmanship, ladies and gentlemen.
I agree that it was in. Also, for the first time really today, the breeze is picking up just a little bit here. So we'll see if that starts to factor in at all here in the way that these players are playing the ball, depending on which side they're on and what the wind is doing.
That wind can be the fifth player on the court, depending on conditions. Good leave by Paulson, doing a little matrix move right there. I could make an inappropriate comment and say that at her age and condition she should worry about throwing her back out, but I won't.
I mean, it would just be rude, Lee. I mean, why? It's best you don't.
I will show some restraint. She's gonna watch it back later and text me like, what are you doing?
7-3-2 here in game one. Gingrich and Bellamy maintaining their lead.
That constant pressure, just pushing Jane and making it take one step off that line constantly and getting her back about 3 steps off that line and putting enough on that ball couldn't do anything, you know. It's frustrating for Jane, but great hands.
8-3-2 now.
Indecision moment right there, but
I'm sure Gingrich and Bellamy would love to close out this game one on this serve. It's 9-3-2, so they are just 2 points away from doing so. If they can keep rolling, we'll see what Paulson and Williams have in their bag of tricks here to try and turn this around here in game one, or perhaps just get a little momentum going into game two as they perhaps change up their game plan after now getting to see the play and style of Gingrich and Bellamy here for the first time.
yeah, let's see this timeout works in their favor and they're able to stop the bleeding, if you as you will, right, and get a sight out and see what they can do. They're battling hard. Things aren't going their way right now. Bellamy and Gingrich do have the edge on them.
All right, 9-3-2. He gets it. Beautiful drive right up the middle. It's extremely close. Paulson asking the ref if he saw it, but he did not, so. And that is game right there with a long ball from Jane Paulson. So game one going to Dane Gingrich and Beth Bellamy here in our bronze medal match. We'll switch ends and kick off game two momentarily. If you're Paulson and Williams, what do you think needs to be the adjustment now that they have experienced game one against Gingrich and Bellamy?
So I think in game one they let Dane play way too much.
Agreed.
I think they need to seriously find Beth and pressure her so that Dane feels like he has to overextend himself, and then that'll open up the court behind Dane that they can go down. We saw Julie have a lot of success with that in the previous match against them. However, I feel Paulson and Williams do need to settle in and breathe a little bit. I feel like they're playing Gingrich in Bellamy's game, and they're not playing their game. If they could just settle down and breathe and work the points that they've worked have gone their way. So they just need to do that a little bit more and just relax and not force the issue quite so much.
And that can certainly be extremely frustrating as a player to just kind of feel like you're sort of just getting sucked into the vortex of the other team's style of play and what they want to do, and it can be tough to try to break out of that, but it is something that needs to be done, and that adjustment needs to be made to try and get back in control of some of the rallies.
Right, otherwise it's a runaway train and points are going to get away from you, and before you know it, you're down 9-3 and you're like, we're not sure how we got here. That's a good start from Williams and Paulson, working the point, going their way. Williams and Paulson definitely have a lot of love and local support here, watching them.
It's 0-0-1 still here in the start of game 2 of this bronze medal match. Winner goes on to play Julie Johnson and Mircea Marariu in our gold medal match.
Good eye by Paulson.
Very good leave.
Still scoreless.
Again, Lauren McLaughlin and Lee Whitwell are the voices that you're hearing currently.
You might have some other voices going on, but those aren't us. We're just talking pickleball.
Agreed. 0-0-1, still scoreless here in game 2. Both teams have had some opportunities. And now Paulson and Williams strike first. 1-0-1. Two 0-1. I actually had a chance to go to dinner last night with Jocelyn de Villiers and his wife and friend, and we actually discussed how hard it can be. We kind of were talking about line judges and do the pros want them, do they not, do they need them, etc., and how hard it can be even as a player, because the ball goes by so quickly. Because I talked about, certain players are extremely generous, I feel, and that they're constantly playing out balls that are close, but I feel like clearly out.
And some aren't.
And some aren't, but that one right there, I thought, in that previous rally, oh my gosh. He's like, what?
Patrick Williams' ballet lessons as a child just paid off right there. And his mom's watching going, yep, that's what it was all about.
The muscle memory kicked in and that pirouette was on point.
It was flawless. But, going back to the line calls, it's so hard. You've got to have a direct line. You can't be a slight angle off, because the ball it goes by so fast. And you've also got to be watching the line and not watching the point.
Exactly.
There's a difference between wanting the ball to be in or out and it actually being in or out, right?
Absolutely. I'll sit here and think I know with 100% certainty what happened, and then the players play it the other way. And I was like, wait a second. I feel like my eyes play tricks on me all the time.
And it is hard when you're playing and you're watching the ball and it's close to the line. You're watching the balls come into play and it's hard to see, so it's just easier to err on the side of caution and play the ball.
Absolutely. 2-2-2. little to a hold of it there. Let me get you guys a score. I have an announcer speaker right by me. 2-3-1 is our score currently.
Great lob by Paulson there to set up the offense for them. Finding Beth's backhand over her left shoulder.
3-3-1.
So Paulson and Williams, I believe, with a free point here because they were out of position. And Beth tried to get that point stopped before the ref called a sign. Before, not sign, sorry.
Yep, 4-3-1. Unfortunate.
Nice attack by Williams.
thinking,
Great
Jane.
patience by Jane.
Nice thinking.
Paulson and William up 6-3. Timeout call by Bellamy and Gingrich. Bellamy and Gingrich going to try to stop the momentum that Jane and Patrick currently have. They've changed their game plan here in game 2. They're sort of settling into the points a little bit more and are feeling a little bit more confident and sure of what they're doing versus being very rushed like they were before in the first game.
At least for today. All right, this
Jane making an effort today, matching her hat and shoes.
I mean, my thinking, Lee, is if you're not going to look good, why even play pickleball?
Have you seen me?
I mean, I didn't want to call you out directly, but if that's how you felt, then perhaps you need to do some soul searching.
And looking good or playing pickleball?
Whichever one you feel most convicted about.
I tell you what, I'm looking around at all the different matches that are going on. And pickleball definitely brings out flair and style, or lack thereof, in people.
I love it. This is game number 2 here in our bronze medal match. Gingrich getting big in the middle.
Beth thinking that Gingrich had that first overhead put away, not counting on Patrick's lightning fast reflexes getting it back.
4-6-1.
So Dane and Beth in the last couple of points have been speeding it up a little bit, and they sucked Patrick and Jane back into that rhythm of game 1. Let's see what they can do to slow it down.
Five, 6-2. Game 1 did go to Beth Bellamy and Dane Gingrich, so if they can win this game 2 as well, they will head to the gold medal match for a winner bracket final rematch.
6-6.
Six, 6-2.
Kind of side out.
All right, 6-6-2. Patrick Williams serving.
So right there, I mean, Jane had an aggressive dink against Beth that got the pop-up, and unfortunately couldn't get out of Patrick's way, and Patrick held back his movement a little bit and overswung on that ball. But it was a perfect setup.
As we mentioned, both of these teams are brand new partnerships as of this weekend, so very impressive that both of them have been playing well enough together to be here in these medal matches for their first time partnerships.
Jane telling herself to slow down.
8-6-1. You're right. You know, I think they were doing much better, sticking to a different game plan, kind of more in control of the rallies than game one. But you're right. It's the momentum has swung again, and they're getting sucked back in. And you know, they call a timeout now. Gingrich and Bellamy are still on first server. They're up 9-6, and you know, 2 points away from the match here.
Yes, they're going to have to go back to the beginning of game 2 tactics and slow it down and make that ball find the ground a little bit. That ball's sitting up into Beth and Dane's strike zone way too much right now, unfortunately. Or fortunately for Dane and Beth, whichever way you look at it.
All right, we're back from this timeout. It was the final timeout for Paulson and Williams. Nine, 6-1, back from this timeout in game 2 of our bronze medal match.
One stop done.
Next match to give out for mixed doubles 3.5.
Beautiful drives that set up that pop-up off the block.
And it's hard to stop a team when they're feeling the speed ups, when they're feeling the drives. It's just running away from you.
It says match point here. And they get it done. We will have a rematch of our winner bracket final in our gold medal match. A huge congrats to Jane Paulson and Patrick Williams. After getting knocked out in the second round, battled all the way back here to the bronze, and they are our bronze medal winners here. So congrats to them. Probably extremely special at a bit of a hometown tournament in front of, you know, family and friends. So a big congrats to them. Dane Gingrich and Beth Bellamy head to the gold medal match, where Julie Johnson and Mircea Marariu are waiting. We are going to take the stream down, and then we will be back for our final match of the day, which will be that gold medal match. So thanks so much, guys. Don't go anywhere.